Well, look at that. You wouldn't know it was spring. The soccer goal is buried in the snow. Trampoline caving under the weight. There are even icicles growing on the very bottom. Speaking of icicles, as you can see by the roof of my shed, there's a good foot of snow up there. It's slowly making its way down here. This is this is my current situation. Look at that. I used to eat these when I was a kid. Now that I think about all the filth that they collect as they run off, that's pretty gross. Well, guys, I just thought I'd do a little update. Me and Scraps here. I've had some inquiries about where the videos are and if I'm doing all right and what the holdup is. So I have a few thoughts. One is what you see around me. It is March 27th. And last year at this time, I was camping on Antelope Island in 80-degree weather and filming an empty boat dock and talking about the shrinking Great Salt Lake. In 1983, it snowed and snowed and snowed. And then it warmed up really fast and it rained and rained and rained. And Utah basically became one big flood zone. In fact, I remember State Street, downtown Salt Lake, being turned into a river on purpose, lining the sides of it with sandbags and trying to divert the water back to the Great Salt Lake. The Great Salt Lake was huge and deep. You could swim in it. It wasn't miles out there. And basically, as of 2 or 3 nights ago, we broke the record for 1983, 40 years later. So there are literally feet and feet and feet of snow up in the mountains. Avalanche dangers. Every time I think it's going to warm up enough to at least look like spring, it snows again. Last night I got 7 inches on top of my car. When I woke up this morning, I had to dig it out of the driveway and go get my kids to take them to school. So that is number one reason why I haven't been out camping or backpacking or anything. I don't know if you caught that, but a whole chunk of the shed snow that was hanging off just dropped. Okay, so anyway, the other reason I haven't been out is simply because lack of opportunity. I've been working a little overtime and things have just been busy. The kids with school. YouTube is not my primary activity. I don't even make money on it. So when I make YouTube videos, it's just for the love of it. I enjoy the creative process. And I enjoy sharing the outdoors with you guys. So yeah, I haven't been able to do any of that. Even my personal vlog, I tried to film here and there, but then it would snow again. If you saw my personal vlog is always down below in the description, by the way. And if you saw that video, there's so much water they turned a ball field into a reservoir, and there were people kayaking in it. So that when I made that video, which was just last week, you could see the grass, and it was a beautiful warm day, and it finally felt like spring. And apparently at some point this afternoon or evening, the sun is supposed to come out, and by the end of this week, it's now Monday, by Friday it will be 50 degrees. Right now it's roughly 30. So that's what's going on with getting out into the great outdoors. That's really my only holdback. I am aching to get back out there. Hopefully you enjoyed my last video, the trip to Moab and Arches National Park, if you haven't given that a watch. I put it all in one video instead of several episodes because I just think that's just the way I'm going to do it from now on. The episodes versus chopping it up into episodes versus making one long video really doesn't make a difference in the numbers at all. In fact, I think the numbers for Arches were higher than when I do small episodes. Speaking of that, another thing people brought up, and that I've noticed in my numbers on YouTube, I do check them once in a while. The short clips I was constantly posting through January and most of February, I think. I've stopped doing it. I had a whole bunch ready to upload, but then and they're from previous trips. My thinking was this. I was thinking, well, I can't get out. I don't have anything to give to anybody video-wise, but I can give them hope. I can help them remember summer and spring and fall and all of these amazing camping trips and backpacking trips. I can take little clips of importance, of what I view as important, and put them up for everyone to see. And every day they'd wake up and they'd get this awesome little 3-minute video. I'm not a fan of YouTube shorts. I don't think they're healthy, and I think they're killing people's attention span. It started with TikTok, of course, but I did a couple of them, and then I hated it. I didn't like it. So no YouTube shorts from this guy. I don't make money off YouTube anyway, so I don't really give a crap how many views I get on YouTube shorts. But I did make these little clips, anywhere from 3 to 15 minutes long, just something to hold people over until I could get out. And the problem with that is people complained because they wanted a full video, and people unsubscribed because I don't know why. Because they saw too much of me. You guys would get along great with my ex-wife. I basically stopped uploading them. I had some lined up to go live, and I just took them down. And I'm just gonna post when I have a full adventure available. And that's how it is going forward. I know a lot of YouTubers who do this. It's not a big deal. It just means you won't have a weekly episode per se, but you'll probably have, when an episode comes out, a full movie's length of a video to appreciate the great outdoors with me. If that's not your thing, if this channel's not your thing, I have no problem with, you watching someone else. No problem with that. I do it too. So I appreciate those of you who've stuck around. If you disagree with any of this, if you have a different opinion, kindly leave a comment in the description. Some people were really enjoying the shorts, but really I was losing probably 5 to 10 subs a day. That's pretty hefty for a channel my size. That hurt. So I was like, okay, message received. Most people will send a message without saying anything. I do that when I go to a restaurant and I don't like the food. I just never go back. So people didn't like my food. They never came back. So I don't want to do that. I'd like people to come to my channel as a place to enjoy the great outdoors and as a refuge from everyday life. So as you can maybe see, it's still snowing, but only lightly. The weather does not look like it's going to change anytime soon. It is well into spring, but it might as well be January at this point. I haven't seen it snow like this since I was a kid. So I don't know what the flooding situation is going to be like. I do know that getting up into the Uintas is going to be put off until at least probably July. Maybe the lower Uintas will thaw out quicker. We'll just have to see how it goes. But I still plan on, in the meantime, getting out to the desert and exploring some places out there that I've wanted to check out for a very long time. So we'll still get out. We'll still do the camping and backpacking and outdoors adventures. But I may have to shake things up a little bit because the mountains are just buried in snow and it's virtually impassable. ski resorts are still open at this time of year. They're usually talking about closing, not even close. So anyway, I just thought I'd check in, tell you what I've been thinking, how things have been going, where I've been. My health is back to pretty much normal. I'm doing well that way, if any of you wondered. I've mentioned that in previous videos. I won't go into it again, but I'm all healed up, and I've just been hanging out at home and taking care of things in my personal life, and that's about it right now. I'm hoping to bring you something very soon. My buddy Joe, who's on this channel frequently, the two of us are trying to figure out a time when we can get together. We have a tentative date set, and it is for April, sometime in April. And we have a tentative place set. We're just waiting to see what happens with all of this. So that's it, guys. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you on the trail. If it's possible, get off the couch, get outside and have some fun in nature. If you can't get outside, come along with me eventually, or watch some old videos. Could use the company. Thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for sticking around, and I will talk to you very soon. Very soon.